Hey, let's talk about it, cause honestly we need to talk about social issues, just uplifting my people. Yeah, let's talk about it. Come join the conversation. A connection's what we're creating. Yeah.
What's happening, everybody? How y'all doing today? So, I was just thinking about something yesterday, and it followed me into, you know what I'm saying, waking up this morning, right? And what I was thinking about is how, a lot of times we ask God for things, right? God, I want to have a better house. God, I want to have a better car. God, please bless me with a better job. God, please bless me with peace. Whatever the case may be, right? We're always coming and we're asking for things, right? But very rarely do you have a simple ask of, God, just let me be better. You see, we associate better with things that we accumulate, right? If you look outside and you got that BMW, right? You feel satisfied, right? Because it's a statement piece. When you're driving and somebody sees you in that BMW and they like, oh man, they're successful. They're really successful, right? And for a period of time, you feel successful, right? Until the new model comes out. Now that new model comes out, they didn't change the body, they didn't made the screen bigger, they didn't did all of this other type of stuff, right? So now, the thing that you prayed for, it loses its value to you. It loses its value to you. Now you prayed for it, but it loses value because something new has came out. A lot of times, you praying for a new position or a promotion or whatever the case may be, right? And you get it. And you go to Facebook, you go to Instagram, wherever your social media is, and you thank God, right? Oh my gosh, I'm so grateful. I'm so this, that, and other, blah, 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 right? But a part of the reason why you're doing that is because you want to hear the clap. You want to hear the applause for people, right? Now, 2 months into that new position, you're staying later. You're miserable because it's a bigger workload. And after a while, the very thing that you have prayed for now loses its value because you got to do more work. A lot of times you say, God, please, give me peace and this, that, and the other, right? And then your friends start dropping off. Every time you pick up the phone, they busy. Now you sitting on the couch feeling less than because you ain't got no friends, but you ask God for peace. What I'm saying is this. When you ask just to be better, you want to be the best version of yourself. Because a lot of times, right, we're sitting here waiting on God and God ain't going to do it. And let me explain what I mean by that is because he's already done it. The mere fact that you woke up this morning, God has blessed you. If he does nothing else, you woke up this morning. You woke up. It's what you do with the wake up. And see, a lot of times, we have a spirit of I'm about to, or I almost. And let me explain what I mean by that. We all know people who was about to go to the NBA. They was about to get that degree. They was about to, this, that, and other. It's the about tos, right? And you're looking at them today, and that's what they hold on to. They hold on to what they were about to do, but they never finished. And a lot of times they never finished because it wasn't truly their heart. I remember back in the day, the goal, quote unquote, the goal for a lot of the older generation was for you to go to college. Because for the older generation, a lot of people didn't have that opportunity. They didn't have the opportunity to go to college. So they wanted their, lineage to be able to go to college and go out there and just be the best version of whatever. They didn't understand that, the nuances of this, that, and other, but they just wanted you to go. So we have, a couple of generations that just wanted to make them happy. So they went to college and they got a degree and they're not even working in it. But they got the degree because they wanted them to be happy. They wanted them to be happy. I'll use myself as an example. When I was coming up, my grandparents wanted me to go to college. And I tried it. You know what I'm saying? Like I tried it, right? And that's a story for a whole nother whatever. But I remember, when it didn't work out And I looked at my grandfather's face, and he was disappointed, but he wasn't disappointed that I didn't, you know what I'm saying, finish it. He was more disappointed that because I lied about it. And I lied about it because I was thinking that my lie was going to save him from the hurt. And that's how I ended up into the military. Because I saw him and I knew he was so hurt. And I said, yo, I got to do something. Right? And I go to the military and I here I am today, right? But the thing was, had I would have focused on something that I knew that I didn't want to do, I could not then turn around years later and blame him. And that's what a lot of people do. They're doing something that they really don't want to do, trying to appease someone else. And then when it doesn't work, you turn around and blame that person. No, you got to blame you. That's why I say your circle is so important. The people that you insulate yourself with is so important. I was watching a documentary, and the guy, he was an alcoholic, and he had been 5 years sober. 5 years sober. And he was celebrating his 5th year of, being sober. Now, he had friends who they drunk. They weren't alcoholics, but they drank. And so he goes out with them. And one of the guys who was his best friend says, hey man, 5 years is a long time. You need to have, a celebratory drink. Just one drink. It's not going to hurt nothing. It's just one drink. So he's like, oh, okay, now this is his best friend. Now, one of the other people that was in that circle who he didn't really vibe with like that or whatever, but, they were cool. That guy tells him, hey, man, I don't think that's a good idea. So he says, man, whatever. So he's going to listen to the best friend. So the best friend gets him a drink. He drinks the drink. You know what I'm saying? A couple hours later, he's down about 10, right? And then he goes and he gets into a car, gets in an accident, and he kills someone, right? And then when they were talking to him, he blamed everybody but himself. He blamed everybody but himself. And this is the thing. This is the key thing. God provided a way because you had that one person that you refused to listen to. Because it made you was listening to your best friend. How many people find themselves in this position in life? It doesn't have to be that drastic. It can just be like, you know what? I am going to go back to school, and I'm going to, I'm going to finish what I started, and I'm going to get this degree. I'm going to do that. That's what I'm going to do. Then you got these people in your circle like, man, you too old, man. First of all, you don't even need college, blah, 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 this, that, and other, blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. But this is something that you really want to do, but you're listening to the people that you're insulated with. So now you're going through life feeling unfulfilled. See, a lot of people that are living and feel hopelessness and all of this other type of stuff is because they're unfulfilled. I've said this before. You know what I'm saying? I've said this before, but if you never heard me say this, it's kind of like giving birth. Now, I'm a man. I've never had a child, right? But the process of giving birth, when you're pregnant, as the months go along, your body starts to maneuver to get itself in shape to deliver something into the world. And it's uncomfortable, right? Like you start having these pains and this, that, and the other, right? Because something is about to be birthed into the world, right? So it's uncomfortable until it's birthed. That's how a lot of people are living. A lot of people are living. They've been pregnant for 50 something years because what needs to be birthed has not been birthed for various different reasons. But what it all boils down to is you. You can't blame nobody else. If you're asking for all of these other things, right? Why don't you just sit back and be the best version of you? Some people don't know who they are. Some people don't even know what they like. You know why? Because they're listening to what everybody else. I liked it. Well, oh, okay. Well, everybody else is going for this. Okay, so I'm going to go for that. They don't even know who they are. That's why people can't sit in silence. They got to have everything going on. They got to be moving because when you sit in silence, it's just you and your thoughts. And a lot of people don't like to be with them thoughts because they don't know who they are. They don't know who they are. And I don't care what you have. You can have the nice car, the nice house, this, that, and the other, but when you got to sit with you, how comfortable are you? A lot of times, it's not even depression. It's because you have not birthed what is supposed to be into the world. God has put something in all of us, and it has to be birthed. Thank y'all for watching me, man, and I hope you have a blessed day.
Hey, let's talk about it, cause honestly we need to talk about social issues, just uplifting my people. Yeah, let's talk about it. Come join the conversation. A connection's what we're creating. Yeah.